Oh, Guenther Steiner. Steiner is always coming out with some interesting quotes in the world of Formula One. The former Haas team principal is never afraid to share his opinion. The guy has no filter, and I do like him for that, to be fair, but he does say some things every now and again that I think, I'm not so sure I agree with that. Herr Steiner, that's not really on the point. But let's have a look at what he said here, because he's made a interesting comment about Sir Lewis Hamilton. Apparently Hamilton is putting Ferrari under pressure to perform. Let's have a look at what he means by this. Full article on the F1Chronicle.com as always. Ferrari finds itself under enormous pressure in 2025, according to former Haas team boss Guenther Steiner. Although he won the Shanghai Sprint from pole position, 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton is just 9th overall in the standings so far, albeit ahead of teammate Charles Leclerc. But off the back of all the pre-season hype, reality hit Ferrari hard in China when both Hamilton and Leclerc were disqualified for separate technical infringements. The team is under enormous pressure, mainly because of Lewis, Steiner told Speed Week. Whatever happens, he is the centre of attention. But when they signed him, Ferrari must have known what they were getting into. Financially, signing Hamilton is very much paying off for them, with Puma reporting an incredible 8-fold increase in merchandise sales compared to the same period a year ago. A large portion of this revenue goes directly back to Ferrari via licensing fees, explained Automotor und Sport's Tobias Gruner. This is likely recouping a significant portion of the driver's salary, estimated at over 50 million euros. Steiner says the same sort of effect is happening at Mercedes, but in reverse. Even without Hamilton, Mercedes is performing well, he said, but now the drivers are almost invisible to the public. The press is much more interested in Ferrari and Hamilton than Mercedes, although Mercedes is currently performing better. All this once again speaks of the magnetic attraction of Hamilton's personality, which stands out even against the general background of Ferrari. Italian former racing driver Davide Valsecchi, now a television pundit and an absolute legend, loved Davide, always fun talking to him. He echoed that sentiment to Corriere dello Sport newspaper. Everyone is talking about Lewis's passion for pizza or his Gianni Agnelli style jackets. That puts Charles Leclerc under much less pressure, as he is no longer considered the chosen one of destiny. But in the second half of the season, he performed more consistently than ever. If I were a betting man, Valsecchi added, I'd say the current breakdown is that Lando Norris, Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and then Hamilton. Right, I said I like talking to Davide, and I do. I met him a few times. Like I said, never a dull moment with that guy around. Oh, so some stories do have to stay off camera though. But yeah, I kind of see what they're saying, but I don't agree, to be honest. You know, Ferrari is massive and Hamilton's huge, don't get me wrong, but Ferrari is bigger than Hamilton. I know it's controversial to say, but nothing is bigger than the team. You know, it's a Ferrari, you know, you can't, there's always pressure. There is always pressure, and there's pressure on Hamilton, and there is probably more pressure on Ferrari because of Hamilton, in the sense that there is more eyeballs on them. And they've not said it, but I think they are, at least Steiner is alluding to, in his opinion, the fact that he thinks that disqualification in China was in part due to having to run the car on the edge so much, and because of that they ran it too far, and because of that, that is because of Hamilton, really, when it comes to that, you know, trying to impress him, trying to show us how fast of a car they have. Now, at the end of the day, they're always going to be pressure. They are the Italian national team in Formula One, you know, so I don't see, I think the thing is, right, they are pushing the limits. That's basically what Vassora said, and I agree with him. They're pushing the limits, and that's what's caused it. But there's always massive pressure on Ferrari. I don't think having Hamilton there has increased it massively. It will have increased it for sure, but you know, I think having someone like Hamilton, who was a born winner, someone who has won everywhere he's gone. I mean, only been to 2 teams, admittedly, but still, he's won everywhere he's gone, and he's won in almost every car he's ever driven, and including this Ferrari now, if you include that sprint race in that. So I think there's pressure there for sure, but yeah, I'm not sure Hamilton's a negative influence on the team. Would they be doing better with Carlos Sainz? No, I don't think they would be, to be honest. Would Sainz have won the sprint in China? Probably not. Would Sainz have been around where Hamilton was in Australia and China? Yeah, probably, actually. But yeah, I mean, famous last words, but I don't really see how Sainz would have won the race in China. I mean, we're going into hypotheticals now, but yeah, I think Hamilton is an upgrade. It'll take time for everybody to get used to each other and stuff. And they would have still got disqualified from China anyway, even if they did different strategy or whatever. That was always going to happen. They were on the edge in a number of different regards. If they did the guy did the one stop, Leclerc, his tyres was worn down too much and he was underweight. And Hamilton did a two stop, and because he was going quicker, he probably worn down the plank too much. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. They do have a problem, Ferrari, with that car. They are struggling to get the correct setup for it, but they will get there with it, and they will improve, and they will be winning races again. Mark my words on that one. But it's going to take a bit of time. But everybody's looking like miles off McLaren right now as well. So it's not really just a Ferrari problem. Yeah, Mercedes are doing better than them, but are Mercedes looking like winning a race anytime soon? Really, no. I wouldn't say they are. Watch them win in Japan now, I've said that, but right now, as I record this, I don't see that personally. But your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Is the pressure that Hamilton brings too much? Are Ferrari cracking under said pressure if it is there? Your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, and we'll see you soon, hopefully for a fantastic Japanese Grand Prix this weekend. Have a great day. See you soon.